Hello everyone. I am Dr. Harish S. Malpani, Assistant Professor, Department of Microbiology, Sri RLT College of Science, Akola. And I am recording this lecture for a student who recently got admitted in BSc first year microbiology or MSc first year microbiology. As we all are aware that due to this COVID times, it is not possible for any government institute or private institute to start college on regular basis. So everywhere teaching is going to be online, so it becomes quite difficult for a newly admitted student, or you imagine a BSc part 1 student who don't know anything about microbiology and started learning online. So that's why I tried to prepare this video in a way that student will take interest in microbiology. Student will be knowing what are the interesting things there in microbiology. So this lecture is for what we can say beginners of microbiology. So let's move on. So dear friends, let's start our discussion regarding introductory microbiology. I am Dr. Harish S. Malpani, Assistant Professor in Department of Microbiology. So we will start our discussion with father of microbiology. You know who is father of microbiology? It's Antony van Leeuwenhoek. Story of Antony van Leeuwenhoek is classical example of serendipity. Means he was working on something else and accidentally found a whole new branch of microbiology. Antony van Leeuwenhoek was basically a cloth merchant, and he was having hobby of grinding lenses. By using that lens, he was able to know quality of cloth he was having. As he was merchant, it was very necessary for him to decide quality of cloth. But accidentally he prepared such a lens that was able to magnify object at such a greater extent, so that he was able to see bacteria, he was able to see microorganism, and that's why Antony van Leeuwenhoek is considered as father of microbiology. Then we need to know what microbiologists do actually. Microbiologists work in almost all area of the industry, like food, agriculture, pollution control, biotechnology, pharmaceutical, health, government agency, laboratories, education. As a teacher, as a researcher, there are so many fields in which microbiology work. No microbiologist can study everything, but actually there are so many domains present in microbiology, like bacteriology, virology, mycology. So we will be needing a specialist to study that particular branch. For example, duty of microbiologist is to study bacteria, microbiology, but duty of bacteriologist is to study bacteria. Duty of virologist is to study viruses. Likewise, immunologist will study immunity related problems of our body. So what are microorganisms? Actually, microorganism is very small. We can't see it by naked eyes. So generally single cells, but some exist in cell cluster, often work as community. Actually, we need to understand where this microorganism fit in biological world, because they are such a small. Initially their presence was neglected. No human being was knowing about presence of microorganism, but till we were practicing like curd formation, wine preparation, which is actually happening because of microorganism. So all those things were happening, but people were not knowing that these all things are happening because of microorganism. So you can see this cell particularly. Most vital organelles that are there in eukaryotic cells are missing in prokaryotic cell, till this microbial cell work as efficiently as that of eukaryotic cell. That's why we can call microbial cells, what we say about microbial cells, there is efficiency in deficiency. So that is very beautiful phrase, what we can say, microbial cell efficiency in deficiency. So power of microorganism is their speedy growth. Let's take example of E. coli. E. coli, when present in nutrient media or nutrient broth, it will divide into two in just 20 minutes. But same E. coli can divide into two if it is present in milk in just 17 to 18 minutes. So this particular diagram tells us that in 24 hours, just 24 hours, we will be having billions of microorganisms, that too deriving from one particular bacteria. So we need to know, we should never underestimate power of microorganism. Actually, microorganisms are just like God. what we say about God, that God is present everywhere. In Hindi we used to say kan kan mein hai Bhagwan. We believe that God is present everywhere. So I am not authorized person to talk whether God is present everywhere or not. But yes, I can surely tell you microorganisms are present everywhere. Microorganism, actually, though there is only 3% of total microbial population is harmful to humans, but people consider that microorganisms are responsible to cause various kinds of diseases and all those things. So if microorganisms will be able to cause diseases, or if all microorganisms will be able to cause diseases, then there will be great problem, because microorganisms are present everywhere. What I mean to say, that though microorganisms are present everywhere, but they are not responsible to weak human being. Some microorganisms are there which are good, like microorganisms are there in medicine industry, microorganisms are there in food industry. Idli, you cannot prepare idli without microorganisms. So it is not like that all microorganisms are bad. We have portrayed microorganism as villain, but it is not like that. We need to know how to use them wisely. The pressure inside bacterial cell is around 2 atmospheric pressure. You know how much 2 atmospheric pressure means? It is a pressure that is there in car's tire. So you can understand how high pressure is there inside microbial cell. Human can be killed when they get exposed to 500 rad of radiations. However, there are certain microorganisms which can tolerate much higher radiations, as you can see, and that microorganism is Deinococcus radiodurans. So besides that, you might have heard about one microorganism, Clostridium botulism. Clostridium botulism is the microorganism which can cause disease, or which is responsible to cause disease, botulism. So that particular microorganism produces one toxin called botulin. That toxin is so powerful, or so toxic, we can say. If 1 kg of toxin, that botulin toxin is there, that 1 kg of toxin is enough to kill all the population of humans present on earth. You imagine, just 1 kg of botulin is enough to kill all population of humans present on the earth. So how powerful microorganisms are. Then when we talk about what is largest organism present on earth, someone will say a whale, giant whale, or someone will say elephant. But these tiny microorganisms are there in giant organisms category also. There is one soil fungus, Armidorilla. This Armidorilla is very large. It is 1500 years old, and it is having weight of around 100 tons. You imagine a microorganism which is having weight of 100 tons. So microorganism can be very small, microorganism can be very large. Then there are certain facts we need to know about microbes. Microbes outnumber all other species and make up most of the living matter. Means whatever biomass of earth is there, 60% of biomass of earth is constituted by this microorganism. Then less than 0.5% of estimated 2 to 3 billion microbial species have been identified. Means what you need to understand what I mean to say. Actually, whatever number of microorganisms are there in the world, out of those just 0.5% of microorganisms have been identified, and rest of the microorganisms are till not identified. Microbial cycling of critical chemical elements such as carbon and nitrogen help us to keep world inhabitable for all life forms. So nutrient recycling or nutrient cycling is mainly done by microorganisms, and that's why microorganisms are very important. Then we used to say that whatever oxygen we breathe is because of trees, but it is not a complete truth. Whatever oxygen we breathe, half of that oxygen is produced by microorganism. So microorganism is very important. We can't say just trees are there to produce oxygen. There is equal role of microorganism. Then besides that, there are so many things that we need to know about microorganism, or that will create interest in microbiology. Microbial communities are excellent models for understanding biological interaction and evolution. So if you want to study evolution, best thing to study is microorganism. Then let's talk about some strange facts and bacterial records. omnipresent. They are present everywhere. I already told you that we don't know about whether God is present everywhere or not. We believe in that yes, God is present everywhere, but I am very sure that microorganisms are present everywhere. They are present in our body, they are present on our body, they are present in soil, they are present in water, they are present in air we breathe, they are present everywhere. And something that is present everywhere is very important. We need to study that particular thing. Then I have already told you all these things. They are very fast movers. Then I think most of people like to have chocolates. Do you know bacteria are used to make chocolate? Yes, it's true. Chocolate comes from a seed of cocoa tree. The seed come in pond, and the only way to retrieve the seeds are to ferment them with yeast and lactobacilli and acetobacter. So lactobacillus secrete an acid which help break apart from that pod. So this chocolate comes there in pod, and that microorganism play very important role to extract that particular chocolate. So next time when you have chocolate, remember you are getting that because of microorganisms only. So microorganisms are present on your skin as well. Then bacteria, do you know bacteria act as insecticide? Couple of year before there was discussion like insecticides are bad for environment. That was thing regarding chemical insecticide. But there are certain bacteria which can act as insecticide and that do not harm our mother earth, that will selectively kill pest only. So bacteria can act as a insecticide as well. So there are so many things that we need to understand about bacteria. Bacteria or microorganism is one of the most interesting creature present on earth. So to know more, you should take interest in microbiology. So I think that is enough for introductory lecture. For getting more such updates or more knowledge about microbiology, please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.